There is a persistent myth in business that a great product, a smart team, and tight internal management are enough to guarantee success. These factors, capital, human resources, and brand image, comprise the internal environment. These are the controllable levers you can pull inside the company walls. But no business operates in a vacuum. You can draft the perfect internal policies, but they offer little protection against the storm brewing right outside your front door. Every company sits at the center of an expansive, uncontrollable ecosystem known as the external environment. This space is defined by 5 distinct dimensions that constantly exert pressure on the business. Long-term survival depends on an action-reaction engine, where these outside pressures dictate which companies scale and which vanish. The foundation of this ecosystem is the economic environment. Variables like inflation, interest rates, and national income dictate how much money consumers have and how they choose to spend it. The 1991 economic reforms in India triggered a sudden transition toward liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Homegrown firms were suddenly forced to compete with global multinationals that possessed deep pockets and established supply chains. Parallel to the economy is the social environment. This captures the shifting demographics, literacy rates, and cultural values of the population. Shifting attitudes toward dining out and Western food styles created a new market for fast food joints. Rising education standards for girls drove an immediate surge in demand for supplies like school uniforms, books, and stationery. The economic wallets and social desires of the public are the ground upon which all businesses must build. Above that ground sits the political environment, which acts as the regulatory framework driven by government ideology and stability. When political instability hits, such as the formation of a fractured coalition government, that uncertainty creates direct financial risk for local companies. Bold political moves, such as the creation of new regional states, redraw the maps and logistics for heavyweight sectors like the transport and mining industries. This wide shot of the Indian Parliament represents the legal environment, the strict government rules that dictate how a business is allowed to operate. Non-compliance with health and safety legislation or ignoring restrictions on hazardous goods is an existential threat that can shut a business down instantly. The political and legal spheres are the referees of the game. They don't play, but they have the power to eject players from the field anytime. Finally, there is the technological environment. This is the ultimate wild card, new approaches and equipment that change how raw inputs are turned into finished outputs. A sudden technological leap is an immediate threat to legacy systems. Mobile phones replaced landlines with such speed that entire telecom infrastructures became obsolete. This high-angle view shows the dense crowds of a railway platform, a complex logistical system that was redefined by internet marketing and e-ticketing. Technology provides global reach to the companies that adapt, while quickly rendering the ones that stay stagnant irrelevant. Look closely at these 5 external forces, and you'll see they are inherently neutral. A single external event acts as a fatal threat to a rigid company, while simultaneously serving as a golden opportunity to an agile competitor. This diagram shows the classic SWOT matrix, a strategic radar to diagnose the future. The bottom half, opportunities and threats, is generated by uncontrollable external factors. You have zero control over these forces. You can only prepare. To survive, a business leader must stop looking inward. They must constantly scan the horizon, anticipating the economic, social, political, and technological tides to ensure their company isn't sunk by the world outside.